Welcome back to Barbecue with Greg. Let's put that meat on the grill. Let's get started. Hello there, barbecue friends. Today, we'll be cooking with Greg's.
Nice.
Here I got Greg Medel from Medel Brothers Quality Meats. And he brought over an interesting cut of meat. We talked about it in the store. And here he is.
I would love to. Basically, when I cook, this is steaks. When I cook steaks at home, I always do a thick one.
Oh man, look at that.
That's about a 2-inch, 2.5-inch single bone rib steak. The reason why I cook a steak like that is because you can control the temperature a lot better. You want a medium steak, a medium rare steak, you put a thermometer in there and you can control that a lot better. Plus, a steak like that could feed up to 3 people. Instead of having a steak per person, you actually save some money this way. So it's perfect steak for that.
I know through my trips to your store, we talked a lot about different barbecues, and you kind of introduced me to the kettle grill here.
Kettles are my favorite cooking device.
So I've been finding it's very versatile.
Yep.
And today we're going to cook that steak on here. So we got ourselves a indirect setup here. Greg has brought over this deflector here, and we're going to start our coals with the chimney starter. The idea is you cook your steak just off of your heat source. Like the grill here. Nice to have a partner.
Extra set of hands. Well, that's lit. I'm going to season these steaks with Cowboy gourmet seasoning. I've never used it on a steak before. I've used it on chicken and ribs and stuff like that, but we'll try it out. Again, as Greg has mentioned lots of times before, the other Greg, when you have a thick piece of meat like this, you can season it pretty heavy.
Now I noticed in your store you got a lot of new seasonings in there.
All my barbecue sauces now are from local vendors in Windsor, Essex County area. I find them way better than a grocery store bought barbecue sauce.
I agreed. I tried some of the new barbecue sauces you have.
Yeah.
And you got some of the more recognized YouTuber seasonings in there.
That's right. I'm trying to get all those ones on a spice. We're gonna let these sit and absorb some of that seasoning.
Well, we're getting our fire chimney here going pretty good.
I like to get the top a little bit white before just a bit.
So you get that nice clean burn.
Clean burn, that's right.
Well, I know through my trips going to your store, it's kind of expanded the kind of meats that I put on the grill.
It's nice.
You know,
talk to your butcher, right? Always talk to your butcher.
Go to your local butcher.
Get a relationship with your butcher.
Otherwise, you're just cooking the same thing all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this thing, I came across this idea of why everybody has to have a steak on their plate themselves.
Right.
So this way, you get 3 people to.
Oh, that's perfect.
For one of those, and then you serve it sliced, and you can have the bone in there, fan it out. Looks nice. Good presentation,
and the prime rib is just such a great cut.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't have thought of doing this unless I talked to you in your store.
Butcher. So what it's gonna eat like a roast and a steak. So it's kind of gives you that a blend of both worlds. Right?
I love that idea, and you don't need an expensive barbecue. You know,
no.
a kettle grill.
Get a kettle.
You can pick up for a couple $100.
Yep. She's ready to dump.
All right.
Perfect.
Add a few more here, one side or right over top?
Right over top. We are cooking indirect, but at the same time, we're still going to cook pretty hot. That'll do.
Wait for that to burn up.
Perfect. We're going to close this and get the heat going. One thing I want to point out, Your vents always go opposite side the coal. So
do
that
the same thing.
you do the same, so that
Yep.
the heat comes around and comes out.
Get that airflow around your food.
So we're gonna heat that up, and once it's warm, throw the steaks on.
Sometimes I'll get a cook going, and I'll snap a photo, and I'll post it to the barbecue group.
That's right. Border City Barbecue Masters. That's right.
And get a little bit of feedback in the community, and sometimes you get some great suggestions or you know, ways that you would do it different. And it's a great community, and you're really building a barbecue community.
That's right. Through barbecue competitions, right?
And
so,
that's starting.
yes.
We got one coming
We
up.
got one coming up October 23rd at Wolfhead.
And
So
I'll put a banner up here.
yeah, so not only did we start a barbecue page locally that people can post their pictures and share their recipes, we wanted to actually meet everybody. So how do you do that? Create a barbecue competition so they actually come out. So I'm meeting a lot of new people I didn't meet before, and we could share ideas. Perfect.
Joining this community has really expanded my different meats that I throw on the grill and different techniques. It's been a great resource.
It's a lot of
and
fun.
going into your store. I'm not just buying the same meat anymore.
So we actually met because I saw you come in so often. I'm like, why is this guy coming in almost every day? And sometimes you came in and bought the same thing day after day after. What are you doing? He says, well, you said I do a cooking show. I said, well, hey, I do a cooking show. So that's one, I do one called Butcher Meets Chef. Welcome to Butcher Meets Chef, episode 7.
Well, today it's the Greg's.
It's the Greg Show. And one day I'll have you online. Right?
So Butcher Meets Chef, and I know you have great local culinary people on your show.
Yeah.
And
so I'm the butcher. The chef is usually a local restaurateur or caterer or somebody like that, and they do the cooking and do a little advertising for them.
I'll put a link to your show down in the bottom.
Nice.
And yeah, guys, check it out.
Ready to probably put these
All right,
steaks on.
we're going to get these steaks on. I'll bring you in close so you can see what we're doing.
Nice.
So we got nice lit coals here. You can see our grill's nice and hot over the coals. Now we're just going to spin this grill around so we get our nice hot plate.
around. So we are cooking indirect, but since we have a hot grill, we might as well take advantage of it to get a little bit of sear marks. Putting these steaks here, and you hear it sizzle.
Wow.
Get a little mark.
That's nice, right on the grill.
And the nice thing about cooking a steak like this indirect is the shape is not going to change. When it's done, it's going to look beautiful.
We think put the thermometer
I think
in?
we'll should put the thermometer in.
Yeah.
That way we know.
So this is a good, I'd say this is a good entry level barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, get the
Well-
coals in there, start experimenting.
I started with a Weber kettle, and then I moved to the big green eggs, and I'm back to the kettle again because I like the kettle so much. It's so versatile.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was mentioning before, I cooked chili and stew on it,
Right.
so you can do anything with it. The other nice thing about cooking a steak this thick is you can barbecue now in the winter time. You don't have to stand over your barbecue freezing your butt off. Put your steak on and go in the house. More about temperature, right? Cook the temp, not time.
Man, when you told me you could make a steak from the prime rib, Cowboy Steak,
Cowboy steak. That's what that is. It's a cowboy steak.
and yeah, right away I was excited about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I figured we got to do a show on this.
Yeah.
Get together.
Well, it's also boneless. It's a ribeye, right? So it's still a steak meat or a roast meat, and we're doing a little of both. Combination of both.
It adds more to my
Yeah.
meat knowledge.
There you go.
We had these on about 15 minutes now, and we're gonna take a look. Maybe give them a flip.
Maybe we'll
See
see.
it there.
Right.
Yeah, you can see we're reaching a temperature here of 90 degrees internal temperature. So we're gonna open this up and take a look.
Look at those.
Wow, what a beauty.
So when we flip, we're also gonna flip so that the same side isn't close to the coals.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we'll flip
Wow,
like
look at that.
But see how it dries on the top nice?
Yeah, you
So
can
you
see
get
a
that-
little more sear on the one side.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we want to flip them like that.
Nice.
The beauties. Doesn't that look nice?
Man, that looks beautiful. It's a nice gentle way to get exactly your preference of bite.
Yeah.
You just watch the temperature.
Watch the temp.
When you get to that temperature that you like,
Yeah.
pull the steak off.
The whole thing will be the same. The whole steak will be the same temperature. The whole place. It's not just like hot on the outside and cool in the middle. It's
I really like this gradual way of cooking here.
bring it up to temp
Yeah.
slowly.
More difficult.
I wouldn't do a thin steak like that.
Right.
This thin steak directly hot and fast over the coals. Thicker one like this. That's the way to do it.
Man, I'm really looking forward to the
I
end result
know.
here.
Slice that up and it's gonna be good.
All right, we reached an interior temperature on this meat, 127.
Perfect.
We're gonna open it up, take a look, see where we're at, and what to do next. There we are. Look at that. Boy, beautiful. Nice sear on there.
Nice. I'm gonna pull this out. Oh yeah, 127 or 125 or 127. Yes, it seems like it's a little rare still, but that's fine because we're gonna sear it. So now we're gonna put it over the heat.
Flip it the other way.
Flip it the other way.
Nice.
We're gonna
Wow.
get a
look at
little
that.
char on there.
Just the sound of that gets me hungry.
And this won't take long. We're just getting a little color. It's gonna jump up a little bit in temperature too. That's fine. That's now you get the smell of that spice.
Oh
It's
man, I
delicious,
love
isn't it?
that. Love that hitting the flame. The way the flames come up and kiss that meat, just beautiful.
See how it is? Give it a little flip. It
Nice.
doesn't take much.
Nope.
We're not burning it. We're just getting a little bit of color. No need to put the lid on. We want heat right
Yep.
now.
But you can see throughout this cook how clean that was. There's like
Yeah.
no smoke
No
coming
smoke
out.
coming out at all. Now there is. Now that the juices are hitting the
Yep.
coals, right?
Well, the flame wants to do its thing, right?
That's right. Let's see what it looks like here.
Oh, beautiful. That little bit of char is all flavor
you
right
need.
there. Yep.
And in 2 seconds, I'm going to put it on a cutting board and wrap it in foil, or just cover it in foil and let it come up to temp.
Oh, sounds great.
It'll probably get up to 135, maybe, eh? You think?
Yeah, it'll climb a little bit. Even this, I'd say we're about done there.
That's it. Put it right there.
Move these over to the board. There, we'll put some foil on here. Just cover this to even off that rest a little bit. Now it's the hard part. We gotta wait.
Yeah.
Let this meat rest. We're going for the taste test. All right, these have rested. We're gonna cut into these and see what we got.
I guarantee you they're perfect. We're just going to cut one.
All right, we're gonna cut along bone here.
Beautiful, and we're going to keep that bone for presentation.
There's
Medium
something like
rare.
this.
Well, medium rare to rare. Oh, that's already looking
Ooh, wow.
good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Starting to get that little, oh, it's so
you're getting
juicy.
the-
The
now you're
juices are
getting
just,
Well, maybe we even could have taken off a little sooner, but it's still delicious looking, eh? That looks nice, doesn't it? That looks beautiful.
all right.
To meat, we're gonna add a little bit of salt, and who doesn't like salt? A little cracked pepper.
Now the time we've been waiting for. We gotta taste this.
Oh, we gotta taste this, and we're gonna use our fingers. That's delicious.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Delicious. See what I mean? It's like a cross
Oh,
between
man.
a steak and a roast. It's right in between there.
The flavor of the meat itself is a star.
Fantastic.
It's
Yep.
the star. The seasoning on the outside, it just finishes it.
This is way your new way of doing a steak, isn't it? It's like that
The
bad.
thicker cut is. I think this is my new cut of steak.
Yeah, go thick.
This is my go-to from now on. Usually
your
do some
desired.
sides, feed your family with this, even this one.
And grab
So
a
you want a
steak.
steak like this? Believe me, go to your local butcher.
Yes, single bone prime rib steak. Basically a mini tomahawk. We just don't have the long bone.
This is going to expand your whole barbecue experience.
I can't stop eating this.
Get to your local butcher. And if you enjoyed this video with the Gregs, comment down below. You want us to come back, do some more?
Might do another one.
Go to Greg's channel. Go click subscribe there and check out his videos.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming today.
Nice.
And we'll see you back maybe for another video. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. You want to see more of these, click the subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Barbecue with Greg. Thanks for watching Barbecue with Greg. One of those barbecue cooking shows people watch on YouTube sometimes.